Hey, my name is Kara. I'm an ultrasound tech, and let's talk today about how user-dependent ultrasound really is. Now, with this comment that I got in one of my videos, I was actually talking about a nuchal fold thickness versus a nuchal translucency thickness in the video that this is commented on. And I think this comment was a really good segue into the fact that ultrasound is so user-dependent. So in ultrasound school, we do learn all the different landmarks that we are supposed to use in order to obtain an image in which we are going to be doing the measurements from. And if we are not in the right place for where these measurements are supposed to be taken, then those measurements are no longer valid. Hopefully that's pretty obvious, but that is why it is so important to go somewhere for your ultrasound scan that is a trusted and reputable clinic. Because for those who don't know, in Canada, ultrasound is actually not a regulated profession just yet. But in my own experience, I don't think any legitimate clinic would hire anyone without their Sonography Canada credentials or their ARDMS credentials. So basically, you would have to be certified in either the States or in Canada in order to scan in Canada at any sort of legitimate clinic. But at the same time, you technically don't actually need those credentials to be able to use an ultrasound machine and scan in Canada, which is why at some of the other clinics that are used for entertainment purposes, such as 3D clinics, they may not actually be ultrasound techs working at those clinics. They might just be someone that they train to use the ultrasound machine, which is a whole nother issue in itself. But anyways, with ultrasound, we are trained to take measurements in specific areas, and we are looking for certain things to be able to get those measurements. The nuchal translucency measurement, for example, has to have a bunch of criteria that we look for before we are able to even get an accurate NT measurement. And the same thing goes for any other measurement or any other structure that we are going to be imaging on ultrasound. So if you have a tech who is new or is not trained well, unfortunately, your images might not be the best, or they might be actually inaccurate even. But then again, that is up to the radiologist to go ahead and review those images and determine whether or not they are accurate or not. And hopefully they will catch any mistakes that the tech is making and then bring that to the attention of the tech, and they can correct things from there. But long story short, the machine definitely doesn't do any of this for us. We are in charge of finding not only the landmarks for the measurements, but we are also in charge of putting down the calipers for the correct measurement placement.